The first test drive with the e-Lorean. The cult car of the 1980s, the DeLorean, is now fully electric, thanks to German entrepreneur Armin Pohl and his team.
The guys did an amazing job, especially as far as the vehicle and electrics are concerned. The whole drivetrain, that's super. I totally enjoy it. The peace and quiet you can have there, it's different. You just glide along. And of course you drive the car differently.
The DeLorean caused a stir in 1981 with a look that was way ahead of its time. Now the milestone in automotive design has been upgraded with future technology.
Of course, using a DeLorean is a statement about the future, about a vision, about imagination.
The film trilogy Back to the Future shows how versatile a DeLorean can be. Within seconds, the car mutates into a time machine with which Michael J.Fox travels through the centuries. It's a spectacular take on the subject of mobility.
I'm also a science fiction fan, and that helps when you're into innovation and technology. I'm someone who is open to offbeat ideas.
Armin Pohl has spiced up the eLorean with a whole series of innovative details. 3D holographies, for example, instead of the conventional display systems.
And we do that by first measuring the eye distance of each individual driver. To do this, we put these cameras on the left and right, and when they sit down, then after a very short time, it's calibrated and you can see the graphics here in 3 dimensions.
And many functions are operated via gesture control, from the heating to the navigation unit. Moving your fingers controls the systems without touching any surfaces.
We put a tracking camera up here that can scan and read the gestures, the movement of the hand, here in the 3-dimensional space in front of the display, and then interpret it.
Armin Paul is right at home in the digital world. A quarter of a century ago, he was already involved intensively with digital image design. He built up the company Macavision into a global leader in 3D visualization. He worked for the big car makers as well as for Hollywood, productions like Star Trek. Or the hit series Game of Thrones. Both benefited from his ideas.
That's really what I want to do. I've always been drawn to imaginative storytelling with unusual images. I've always been into artistic topics, aesthetics, the visual side of things, and I've always been into technology.
The e-Lorean project combines his various passions. A car as a complete work of art that reveals new dimensions between fiction and reality.
I find many things exciting. What's special about bringing together different disciplines and different characteristics is that you create things that are more than the sum of their parts. It's about bringing opposites together.
Armin Pohl also draws inspiration from his own collection of automobiles. In addition to electric cars, these include horsepower-packed combustion beasts like this US Dodge Charger from the 1960s.
The e-Lorean is a technology flagship that looks from today into the future. This here is a cultural asset that tells its contemporary history. I'm fundamentally interested in technology. I love how you can combine technology and movement into dynamism and aesthetics in general. It just has to be especially pretty or especially beautiful or express something about me. I'm also an Italian supercar, so I can see myself in it. Some people say my clothes are an expression of myself. That's also true, but my self-expression is an automobile.
So Armin Pohl has the right car for every mood. His diverse collection of vehicles is as large and multifaceted as his character. There's even a very special model from an Italian sports car maker, a Lamborghini Tractor.
It's sometimes relaxing to be the slowest on the road.
Armin Paul likes extremes and the tension between tradition and vision.
I like to think that I can see the future relatively well, so few things surprise me.
To make innovations like the eLorean possible, Armin Pohl sold Machiavision and founded Wunderkind Invest, a company that coordinates and supports different startups. The car is a product of one that builds electric drivetrains, involving the expertise of software specialists for virtual reality and gesture control.
Of course, we are trying to anticipate the technologies here and to see the future and also to help shape it. That is our ambition, to try out things here with a certain experimental lightness for which there normally is no platform. The philosophy of Wunderkind Invest follows three concepts: purpose, fun, success. So it has to be fun, it has to make sense, but it also has to make money.
The eLorean is a prototype that won't go on sale. But its newly developed electric drivetrain will be mass-produced for converting combustion engine transporter vans. The plan is to constantly develop the eLorean to set new standards in other future topics such as artificial intelligence and autonomous driving.
Perhaps the project will never be completely finished. It might actually be a platform on which we can keep trying out new innovations. Bringing aesthetics and technology together has always been my thing. And with a vehicle that's such a design icon and that's combined with the very latest technology, and technology that doesn't even officially exist yet, that's perfect.
Back to the Future, the next episode with Armin Pohl's eLorean.